Alright, hopefully we are working this morning. As you notice, I don't have all the special effects up because I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs at this present time. But shouts out to Tanya Spivey. And I had some people sharing this morning and all this. Because, during the later part of the week, people start showing up. And I'm not mad, but I'm like, damn, why my equipment going to start? But then I do know why my equipment start working right about now. Perfect timing, right? So we're going to try to start this. We're going to try to start this party over. We're going to try to get this party jumping right now. Oh, my God. I'm so embarrassed. Just so embarrassed. It's so embarrassing. But, hey, shit happens, right? So, Yep. But you won't be able to get it at gnjmedia.live this morning. And I sent that shit out, too. That is so uncool. Oh, my God. But that's how stuff happens, family. That's, we got to, thank God I had another streaming service in my pocket that was able to hit all the platforms. You got to have extras. So let's get it started. Let's start over.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take your breath. Now, grab your glass of that water. With your picture of that water. Lift it for the picture. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Stretch that spine. Move your body and drink some water. Family, move your body. Come on, move it. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Bang. Just raise the glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. But remember the 4 pillars of health. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink, have you waiting out. Supposed to be appropriate diet, but hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. I want to apologize because this is my 4th time trying. Streamlabs is not working for me this morning. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I get a fix by tonight or tomorrow. I have a show that I'm planning tonight. I have an interview with, I'm trying to do an interview with brother Eddie Baird, and we're going to try to broadcast that live. Hopefully everything is working, and I want to make sure that we have a great conversation. For those that don't know who Eddie Baird is a very talented jazz musician that will be in the house with us, just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a strong conversation about music. Of course, music and consciousness and the movement and the things that he had been involved with. For those that don't know, he is also him and Storm did a song that I was showing off on my show. I often show off on my show. It's one of my favorite tracks called Rashawn. And also I want to talk to him about that track. So, if you want to find out what's going on with the music, and I'm talking about how can I say? I don't want to say real music. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to belittle or try to belittle any, but jazz is like an original American art form, right? And this brother is, from my estimation, a master musician, and I'm proud to be able to call him a friend. So we're going to have us a real powerful conversation sometime tonight. I will open up the lines after I get done running through the paces with the brother. And we'll do that. Last night, I didn't get into it. Was like 5 to 9. I was tired, so I went to bed. I apologize once again, but that's what happens. Thank you for finding us, Brother Kwame. See, those real toasters out there, y'all get out there and y'all be hustling. Y'all like, man, where this brother at? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I know I done dropped off 4 times. Shouts out to Real Lies. It says Ty. I wonder if that's... Oh, what you doing up this early, man? But anyway, we're going to go and get it popping off. Let's see. Oh, first off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority. Is that my stubborn look? The place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Anime, you was on it this morning, girl. All right. This is the Heart of a Simmer production, and this is the Daily Toast. Oh, Simba. You on it, huh? You're up. Well, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Yes, y'all. Now, of course, you know it's Ujima. I want to say great Ujima to all of y'all. We want to give all the Ujima babies a round of applause. Man, I got a lot of empty spaces on my timeline. So what would happen would be I would post up on my what is it called? On my Streamlabs. And on one phone my Streamlabs totally refused to work. It would pop up. And then on my other phone, it would work for a second, then it would shut off. So I don't know what's up with that. Hopefully it's a shortcoming with So, okay, shouts out to Mr. Navita Nelson. So it's still allowing me to stream through my Streamlabs. I'm totally confused right now because I just got a message from Navita and it says, is YouTube up? Yeah, it should be streaming on YouTube. I don't know how it's gonna sound. You go over there and let me know how it sounds. But this is the original software that I was using to stream.
Alright.
This the
So
here we go.
work on my 1+.
This the original. So so the spaces in my timeline is my timeline trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. All right, so I posted up a couple of things that I wanted to hit on. All right. So yesterday I finally got a chance to settle down and listen to Breaking Brown or Yvette Carnell's book club where they discussed Where Do We Go From Here by Martin Luther King, Chaos or Community, right? Where do we go from here? Chaos or Community. Real good book. I would suggest that you read it. And if you don't have an opportunity to read it, check out the book club because she runs through some key points in the book and some other callers pull some stuff in as well. I had an opportunity to listen to the book on Audible. Real good listen. All right, now let me go. There is a cartoon that I posted up from that was made totally in Nigeria. Is about I ain't gonna ruin it for you. It's on there, and it's about Shango. It looked good. Literally the animation looks good, but the issue that my kids have with this type of animation, my children at the school, especially those in the anime club, one of the things this was the newsletter. They told me when I showed them the other cartoon that was like this, Malika, they said that it looked too real. So, if any people out there doing cartoons, the kids, they not really turned on by cartoons appearing super real. They're supposed to still be kind of cartoony. Listen, this one looked good though, but it's still very, it's like they're pushing the animation over to where it's like real, and it's a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? The kids still want to maintain some, or the children still want to maintain some, I guess, psychic distance from it. You understand what I'm saying? And I could dig that. I like my cartoons cartoony too, but I do like good plot lines and great stories. I like stories. Let's just put it that way. With plans to pay slavery reparations, 2 seminaries prompt a broader debate. So NPR posted up an article. You can listen to it. It's a podcast actually, about 3.5 minutes, where they talk about reparations and real life here, Gye-Nyame journey. And they post up an article about 2 seminaries in Princeton and Virginia. 2 seminaries, one in Princeton, New Jersey, and one in Virginia, that are talking about paying reparations, having a reparations fund. And part of the argument was, some colleges are talking about paying reparations by putting money aside for ADOS people and paying themselves. So the argument is that's not reparations. Y'all just taking a pot of money and just saying we're going to pay ourselves for allowing black people into our school. And they're like, no. And then they had, I think it was Mr. Darity on, who's saying that this is a federal government issue because it was the federal government that basically created the laws that made and supported slavery, which I agree with. You know what I'm saying? Because what start to happen is, if we start looking for institutions, part of the reason it took me so long to actually grasp the concept of reparations, at least in the past. Once I start really listening to Tone Talks and the Vet, it started clicking, right? But the one of the regional things when I was listening to people talk about reparations, in many cases it was talking about extracting the payment from white supremacy, which is an impossibility because that's sort of like conquering terrorists. No, my fault, not conquering terrorism. You could conquer terrorists, right? But you can't conquer the concept of terrorism. You can't, you can't go to war with a concept. White supremacy is a untouchable, intangible thing that can morph and shape. So as soon as you think you're about to grab it, it can transform to something else. You understand what I'm saying? So I couldn't get with that concept. And then also going after companies. You know what I'm saying? That was another aspect of it. We need to find all the companies and do the research to find the companies that were involved with slavery and and I'm like, come on now, people done hid their money, they done changed names, they done sold it to other people, and I'm just this little whole circle thing, and it's sort of like it would be sort of like trying to conquer the Hydra. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we need. And then when I started listening to Tone and the Vat, what they made very clear to me is the fact that who we should be going for is the government. Period. They made the laws, regardless of what business it was. They made the laws. They provided the protections for individuals to do the shit that was being done to us. So boom, let's get them. So saying, Mr. Darity on here hits on that point. So go and check it out. Get your little reparations education. Keep it moving. And once again, I want to say great Ujima to everybody. So let's go on and get into our toast. I ain't died yet, so ain't no glass. I haven't found any glass in here yet. So Sasha's plans are not working. I gotta take it slow now, family, because I'm running low. But I think I'm gonna start brewing very soon. I have to at least brew I gotta brew I'm thinking I might do about 10 gallons. Because I got a couple of orders, and fortunately I have somebody, one of the elders who is he was a daily kombucha drinker. When he found out I was doing June, he liked what I got, and he's like, "Yo, man, you got to up your production." For nobody else, he ain't even say it like that. I know I got to up my production. But he like, yo, I'm going to go on and try to help you get more people to realize what you got here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go on and, if for nothing else, up it so that I can make sure that I keep him, you know what I'm saying, keep his glass full. You know what I'm saying? So let's get our toast popping. Let's see. We throw up our glass. We salute the creator by whatever name you choose to call its creator. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of our ancestors and we raise our glass and we start with Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown, Singh, Rose Lee, Tilly, George, and William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman Down, Normal X, Pet Mount Ron, Malika Foucault, Dr. Manuel Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ryan Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofer, Esther Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Eda Brooke Crawley, Ms. Marie Nelson, Mr. Patrick Crowley Sr., Ms. Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Ms. Marie McDowell, Johnny Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend Jane Smith, Lewis Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ada Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Trish Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Joel Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pharrell Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, Leslie Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amitet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Delma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Miller, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Denimon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. Let me see if I still got messages coming through on that. Let's see if Facebook is working. Let's flip it over. We got William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFritas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Hadley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Dak Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Brennan, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Case, Mr. Sturgeon, Shelly Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatsine, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Rhoda Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Nellie Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ada Casey, Thomas Copeland, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama, Daddy Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Childs, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Ms. Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Lower Newton, J.B. Foggy, J.B. Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Dan Urban, Harun Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Evans Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekel Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We got Joella Giles, James Carswell, Alberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, and Lottie Gaucher. We got cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joey, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth, Elaine Johnson, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Deshandra, Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James, Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger Wright, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Justin Carl White, Desi Woods, T. Laura Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda DeMond, Ethel Marshall, and Steve Dougie Shelton. We raise our glass to all of our ancestors and we say, Ashe. Family, from there, we move to the present moment. We want to salute all of the Ujima babies once again. Shout out to all the Ujima babies. Today is your day. Today's your day. Go on and celebrate. Right now, family, we want to activate those reticular formations. We want to get out here and we want to seek out the principle of Ujima. That's right. Ujima is on the list today. We want to look out for Ujima. We want to find it. We want to take a picture of it. We want to post it on our timelines as well as Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Hashtag Ujima. Hashtag Ujima found. Hashtag Ujima in action. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag Ujima. You know. So family, we want to do that. For those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. Righteousness is the meiotic principle of the day. Respect is the M7 principle, which is what we teach the young people. The color is blue. I don't have the blue on today. My blue shirt is, I'm going to have to get a new blue shirt eventually. Vibration is the Hermetic law today. Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. We raise our glass and we salute this moment. We salute the power of this moment. We salute the gift that we have at this moment to utilize the wisdom of our ancestors, harness the power that they left us and that they're sending us right now in this moment so that we could go on and forge towards the future by taking advantage of this now, right? So we lift up this glass and we salute the now and we say Ashe. From there, we move to our future generations. We raise our glass for them in advance, letting them know that we will clear the way so that you will be able to build your monuments to greatness. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations and we toast and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, family, this is that selfish toast for you. What is it that you need right now in this moment? Right now. Come on now. Ashe. From there, family, we move to the most magnificent, the greatest, the most uplifting, the most inspiring, the wisest, most capable individual in the room. I raise my glass to you. I salute you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we say in Gye-Nyame, K-N, I'm going to finish my ambrosia. Get that microbiome popping off, right? Get to ironing, right? Because that's what we do here at Gye-Nyame Journey. We ain't playing around. Sorry the show is short, but I have to see what's going on with my Streamlabs because I got a show coming up tonight and I want to make sure that I'm able to handle my business. All right, so yo, this is Brother Hatim. I am out.